Welcome to Mimio Training Quick Learn On Demand. MimioConnect, your interactive teaching community. In this session, we're going to talk all about MimioConnect, and that's going to include a tour of the MimioConnect website, how to search for classroom resources, how to download those classroom resources that you can benefit from right in your classroom, and then lastly, how to share your content with the rest of the community so everybody can benefit from what you've put together. So let's move right into about MimioConnect. So MimioConnect, you're going to find a variety of features that fit your needs. So the first thing is MimioConnect is a live community run by teachers for teachers. And I think that's very important because you're going to find a lot of value-add materials that are teacher-tested, teacher-created that has direct impact on what you may possibly want to do. You're going to find that every resource is on MimioConnect. You never have to pay for it. It's absolutely free, and that's a great benefit also. Any of the lessons that you find, you're going to be able to download and modify at will and utilize for whatever you have in mind for your classroom. You may find a subject level or maybe even a grade level lesson that doesn't fit your needs, but you like parts of it, so you can definitely tear it apart, take out the parts you want, and adapt it to fit your needs, and that's great. That's a great thing about the community. You're going to also be able to utilize our Ask a Master section to get answers to all those questions you may have. No matter how easy or how difficult, we have people on hand to answer all those questions about how to do something in the software. How did a person create this lesson that I like? You can learn a lot from each other there. You're also going to find thousands and thousands of teacher-created resources that you can download at any time that you choose. Lastly, you're not going to find that you're bombarded with annoying emails that come from us. So that's another good thing about this particular social community. So with a general about MimioConnect covered, let's go right over and start our tour of the site. So with that, I'm going to go directly to our website, which is MimioConnect.com. I'm going to put that link right down there in the chat window for you. Now, if you are a brand new member, I'm going to show you how you can get around. If you've not become a member yet, I'm going to show you how to register here in just a second also. So one of the first things I want to show you that I think is very important is that we have a very common theme and design of the website, which makes it easy to navigate. Probably the biggest piece of the puzzle right here is this MimioConnect logo. So this is an active logo that anytime you press that, it brings you right back here to our home page. So if you happen to be maybe at the events page, looking at maybe training options we have or where Mimio might be at a trade show near you, you can easily get back to the home page by clicking on the MimioConnect logo, and you'll be taken right back here to the home page. You'll also find along the top ribbon options that you can choose the language if that fits your needs of the website. You can also get to the home screen by clicking the home button there. You can access our frequently asked questions that are all about MimioConnect, the website itself. You can click there and find out anything you want. If you are having troubles getting around MimioConnect, or maybe you aren't able to log in, you forgot some information about MimioConnect, you can click on the Contact Us button and fill out the form, and we'll get back to you. You can also log in and register on the site by clicking Login Register. So when you click on Login or Register, if you are a brand new member, this is where you can create a new account. You'll fill out some brief information, your first name, last name, school. You'll put in an email address and set up your password and create a new account. You'll then receive an email that gives you further information. You can also log in. If you've already registered, you can log in by typing in your username, your password down here. If you forget your password, you can click on the Forget Your Password link, and that will take you to a site that allows you to put in your email address or your username. And if that fails and it's not getting to you, simply email us and by using the Contact Us form, and we'll get you set up. We definitely want you to be able to use the resources. You'll find a search bar up here. We'll talk more about that feature in just a little bit. Let's talk next about the ribbon that you see up on the top here, the top ribbon bar. So you'll have a lesson plans and activities locator that allows you'll see it pops down. You can choose a number of different subjects and grade levels. We'll talk about that when we get into searching a little bit later on. You can click on members to find out various members that are like you or that are newly added in our members profile section. So when that loads, you're going to see it populate that shows a number of different members that are most active, the number of lessons that they've uploaded, so you can definitely check them out. You'll find members that are very strong advocates of using interactive technology on Mimio. Connect. So definitely you can check that out. You can find new members. You can also explore over here and find in our members corner the most active, the new members, and then you can also find out members like you. So, and that's all based upon your profile. When you log in, you'll find another tab over here that says members like you, and that pulls together information from other members that might teach the same subject or the same grade level as you. Again, why become a member? We give you a range of ideas here. What's the benefits, if you can't see them immediately, of becoming a member, and you can also click to register to become a first-time member right there. So back to the top, there's our members profile. You can click on the forums. The forums area gives you a number of different questions that have been posed by other members, all in the effort to communicate and to collaborate with each other. So you'll see a number of things as far as sharing your lesson content ideas. If you're a science teacher, maybe you want some ideas for Astronomy Week. There's various topics that members put up here, feature topics, or a range of things. So there's a lot of things that are already on here that you can interact with and learn, just like with any other forums. If you want to pose your own forum, once you are a member, you can create a forum, and we'll talk about that when we log in here in just a second. Groups allow you to form a group particular to your school or any really educational value group that you'd like to. So if I click on groups, you're going to find that we currently have 661 active groups. Most of these groups are formed by teachers at a particular school for a particular grade level that allows them to share resources with other members on MimioConnect, but also those teachers that are part of that group. So you can definitely, once you're a member, you're going to be able to see that you can add yourself to these groups. You'll also be able to create your own groups to fit your needs. In fact, let me just go ahead and do this. Let me log in as myself. That way we can see some of these additional features that you're going to be seeing. So let me get me logged in here. So again, it's real easy. Once you're a member, you log in, and like I said, once I am logged in, I'm under my group still. So if I want to join this third grade reading group, and it may not be my class, but I could still join it, you would just be able to click this join this group button. So some groups you can join, some groups they have to be approved, but you can definitely search for a variety of groups by using our search box down here. If you want to find maybe something dealing with science, you can click on science and see what pops up. And if there is anything that fits your needs, you can definitely check out that particular group there. Now, if you do want to create your own group, you can come over here under your profile window. So this would only show up once you've logged in, and you can click on Create a Group. And the Create a Group will walk you through how to name the group, give a brief description. If you choose to put a mission statement in as far as what objectives you have for that group, you certainly can do that. You can choose a range of languages. And then at the very bottom, a very important part, if this is an open group that anybody can join, or if it's going to be moderated, which as the group creator, you would get notification when people have requested to join, and you would have to approve their membership. So you can preview that and then submit it, and once you've submitted this group, it's live on the site that everybody can join. So let's go back to forums just for a second. Now that I am logged in, if I click on forums, again, you're going to be able to see a range of things here that you can do as a member. I can click into my forums area, and if I wanted to, I could post a new forum topic. So that right there allows you to create your own topic at any time, whether it's related to this one or not, and walk through that process. So I encourage you to check that out. So forums and groups, very beneficial ways to communicate with the community. Our training tab takes you right over to our Mimio.com site and gives you all of our training options, whether the live quick learn versions that are available in English but also Spanish, and also our on-demand resources, which you're going to be able to find reference cards you can download, 3 to 7 minute video tutorials, as well as our on-demand quick learn recordings, which you're listening to one of those currently right now. If we're back on our home page, just to get us back to that same view, I can click on the Ask a Master tab, and that's going to take me to an area where I can search in our Ask a Master database a number of questions that have been posed by other members just like you. So you can scroll around, you can search, maybe you want to find something on the gallery. You have questions on how to use your gallery. I could type that keyword in here first and scroll through the ones that are tagged with gallery. If nothing fits your fancy there, then you can definitely pose your own question from our Ask a Master section. You can also filter by subject if you choose, but if you just can't find the answer to your question, you can come over to our Ask a Master button, fill in your name, fill in your address, and type in your question, and then submit that. So we have a staff of people that will answer your questions. Usually within 24 hours of you submitting those, you'll receive some sort of email response. And if it's a question with an answer that could benefit the entire community, that's when we will post it here on the site. And that's what you see, these questions here that are very beneficial. Sometimes we post little video clips that show you how to use some things. As an example, someone asked how to use the Halloween Math Gallery Pack that we released at the beginning of October 2013. So there's a little video that you can watch that shows an example of how you could benefit from using that gallery pack. So a lot of value-add materials that you can benefit from. Continuing at the top here, you can click on our Events tab, and this takes you to a number of things that Mimio is attending, whether trade shows or things like that. But we also have our live training schedule posted here also. So if you want to check out any of our live Quick Learn sessions, you'll find those linked on this calendar, and that will take you, if you click on those, that will take you right over to our online registration site to register for those free training sessions. Then lastly, we have a Mimio tab, and that will take you right out to our main website, Mimio.com, where you can find out all about the Mimio products and software. So let's continue going down our page. Again, over here on the right side, once you've logged in and become a member, you will find your Profile tab. We'll get into that here in just a little bit more. You're going to find a rotator of images here at the top. That's going to indicate some most recent lessons or things that you could benefit from, or announcements that benefit the group. So you're going to find a variety of lessons here. You could click on this and go right to this Ladybug Motion 2D lesson that you could download. So we put timely information right there. Currently we have this Collaborate to the Core, a bunch of collaborative lessons appropriate for multiple grade levels, K-12, and various grade subject levels, language arts, math, science, and social studies. And that will take you to our landing page with all those lessons that you can download that utilize our new Mimio Studio software, as well as the Mimio mobile application for Android and Apple devices. So I encourage you to check that out. Let me click back on to the home page. You're going to find also another little search ribbon down here. We'll talk about that when we get into searching. It allows you to search for Common Core or state standard lessons. Down at the bottom of the page here, you're going to find most recently added lessons that are categorized by subject level. So it's an easy access. If you check the site every day or a few times a week, you can see some of the latest lessons that have been added. The top lessons will always be the most recently added lessons, and then they kind of go down as more people load. So it's a very easy way to kind of keep track of some great materials that other educators are posting. Down at the bottom, we also have another easy access to the Ask a Master. It will kind of rotate through some questions that have been recent. So you can also ask questions here, but also search for existing answers right here. So another way you can get to the Ask a Master. We also have a synopsis of some of the popular forum discussions going on down at the bottom of the page. So again, the forum link that you found at the very top. If we scroll down to the bottom, this is going to be some of the hot forums that are going on, the top topics that are being collaborated on and people are working in at the moment. So you can check all those out at any time. Over here on the right side, underneath your profile window, you're going to find our calendar, our upcoming events, some of our more recent events coming up, whether they're conferences or quick learn sessions. You can check those out. Again, the same information can be found in the events. This just pulls the things that are more frequent and sooner that are coming up that you can check out. You can also check out our Mimio Educator blog. Some of our posts are going on there. I encourage you to do that. There's lots of great stuff within the blog. And then down here, under the teacher's domain in the Mimio Learn resource packs, links that take you directly to some fantastic resources to really enhance what you can do in the classroom using Mimio Studio. As an example, I would definitely encourage you to check out the Mimio Learn resource packs. Let me click on that, and that's going to take you to a number of gallery packs that you can download and add to your Mimio Studio gallery that brings, a variety of images, multimedia resources, and templates and sample lessons. So you can search through these and download those. And if you need help on how to utilize gallery packs, I encourage you to check out our Mimio Studio Quick Learn session titled Basics number 2, and that is where we focus on how to utilize and import these types of resources for your gallery. So let me click back here on the home screen, and let's talk now about being able to search for content. Of course, the community being run really by teachers for teachers, everything on the site has been teacher generated. So the site is only as good as the teachers that are submitting content. So as I mentioned, there's multiple ways that you could search for content. Easy, quick and easy would be the search bar at the top here. If I come up here and type any search topic that I wanted, let me not choose my name there. Let me go back to our search menu here. So if I would click on the search, and if I want to type in something for Newton's laws, I'm a former science teacher, so if I type in Newton, just Newton, and hit return or hit the blue button, that's going to bring back anything that's been coded with Newton. So you're going to find a number of things here in the results tab. It's going to tell you that it's a lesson. It's going to show you who the creator of that was, their profile. It's going to show you when it was put on there, and if there's any comments or attachments or if they're groups. It will also give you a short synopsis here. So let's just say this is what I want to check out here. I click on the link here, Newton's Laws of Motion, and it's going to actually take me to the specific lesson page for this, which you're going to see a number of likes that may have been posted on here, which that's just been recently enabled, this little likes feature. It's going to give you a link to the person. If you want to find out more about that person, you can click on their link. Immediately what you're going to be able to see is about 4 or 5 different screenshots of what you're going to get as a preview. So you can definitely, without downloading, you can click through these or let it animate through it itself. You kind of get an idea if it's something you want, and then you can explore other information about it, such as what grade level it's appropriate for, the subject, the number of views. You're going to see a brief description that teacher put in. If it's something that you do want to check out, you simply hit the green download button, which is right underneath the attachment file link there. So you click that, and you're going to be able to find out how big the file is, how many downloads, if you've already downloaded it. So you can click on the download button. That's going to automatically start the download. You're going to see a little pop-up window depending on the browser that you use. You can either hit open, which will open that file in Mimio Studio. So you do have to have the Mimio Studio software to open any file that you find on MimioConnect. That's very important. So you can either open it, or if you know it's something you want to do, you can certainly save it right off the bat. Again, it's going to depend on what browser you use, but you can click File, Save As, and save this right away. So I'm just going to click Open, because I'm not sure if it's something that I want. It's going to open up in Mimio Studio. Let me resize this so it fits on the screen that I have in the recording. So, I have the lesson. There it is. I can scroll through it and see if it's something that I want. If it is, I can certainly, within the Mimio Studio, hit File, Save As, and save to my desktop if I choose. If it's not something I want, I simply close it and I continue my search. So it's very easy to get around to download these lessons. If it's a lesson that you may not want to download right away, or you want to maybe make sure you come back to it, you can always add that to your favorites by clicking Add to Favorites. All right. You can also, which is beneficial to the community, you can come down here and post comments. You're going to see on some lessons that other teachers have posted comments about lessons that they found, and this becomes very valuable as an educator to maximize your searching. So you can type in, hey, great lesson, I liked how you used the assessment in this, whatever. So I definitely encourage you to add comments as you see fit. You're also going to be, since this member, we're on a page of this particular member, you're going to see at the bottom here also from this member. So if you like what they've done, you can also see some other samples of their lessons and go right to those. And each one of these links are going to take you right back to a lesson page just like this. So we can start with our search just by using that search bar up there, just general search. But oftentimes you want to be more guided in what you search. So if you want to, you can come down here to our little lesson navigator. If you hover over lesson plans and activities, you can start searching by subjects, or you can narrow down by grade level. So maybe if I want to do something with freshmen, ninth graders, I can come down here to ninth grade, and it's going to bring back any results that have been tagged with anything ninth grader. So it's going to be a lot of different things. Could be science, could be English, could be math. And that is where I'd want to definitely refine my subjects. So if I want to look more maybe at science, I could click 9th grade. So I'm already on 9th grade. So I could click science. I could click science. And that's going to bring back just science activities that have been coded out. And if that's something I wanted to do, that's great. I could further refine within the science realm any other subtopics. So it gives you a way to kind of step through the searching that you are doing on the site to refine your searching. And again, once you click on these links, they're going to take you directly to that lesson page. You can download it from there, and you'll be set. So, 2 ways we can search. Again, using the search bar at the top, using the search menu that pops up down here by subjects or grades. You could even search using the mechanism we have that allows you to search by state standard or by Common Core. So you could select by standard. Maybe you're in Connecticut. You could search by subject level. Let's say maybe I want to do science again. And you could search by grade level, maybe 5th grade. And find. So it's going to find anything that relates to the Connecticut State Standards 5th grade science. And then it's going to give you the specific standard that this is attributed to. And it's going to give you a link right here to the lesson. So if I click that link right there, it's going to take you right back to a page that we just saw, the lesson page. You can find out more information, get a preview of that file by clicking the arrows or let it animate on its own. Again, this teacher's put a little bit more information in. I encourage you as you post lessons, which we'll talk about, to put as much information out there that would be beneficial to other members. You're going to see that this lesson has been viewed quite a number of times, and it's been downloaded 262 times at this time. Again, you can download it, and down here you're going to see some comments which are very constructive, it looks like, and very helpful, maybe as another teacher that is looking at downloading this. So not only can you do state standards, but let me go back to the home page, but you can also focus down on Common Core standards. So if I scroll down, I'm going to be able to find the Common Core state standards. So if I maybe come over here to the Kansas Common Core standards, and again, maybe I want to focus on science, or let's do math, and let's do 3rd grade math. So again, it's going to find lessons that are attributed to the Common Core state standards of science, or of math in this case, for 3rd grade. And again, it's going to give you the correlated standard there. It's going to give you the sample lesson, a description of that lesson. It's going to give you a number of lessons here. Every one of these purple links will take you to a lesson page. So maybe there's one called pizza fractions. If I click on pizza fractions, it's going to take me to that specific lesson page. And there I can review a variety of things and maybe even download the lesson. So you have a lot of options in what you search for and how you search for it, including just a general search, a subject or grade level search, but also a standard or Common Core state standard search. So there's a lot of different ways that you can search for lessons. So I encourage you to search and be effective in how you search with your keywords. It's no different than you searching for lessons or resources you find on Google. It's all about your search technique and the keywords you use. And that's also something to keep in mind as you load lessons, which let's move to that at this point. So, of course, the community wouldn't be as valuable as it is without teachers loading content. So it's very, very simple to create content. And here's how you do it. So once you are a member, let's maybe do a quick profile tour. So your profile box right here, you're going to be able to click your profile. I would, as a first-time member, this is probably the first thing that I would do, because this is where you are going to be able to maximize the use of the site. You're going to be able to find About Me, yourself, as a general relationship here of what you put in. You can come over to Edit Profile and add whatever information you have. So the more information that you add, the more beneficial that will be to other people like you that you can work with. So you can always change your email address. You can change your password here. You can put a profile picture if you choose to by uploading a picture. You're going to be able to decide how you want to subscribe to information that we might send you, and then you can update that. So anytime you change something, hit Update. You'll also be able to come across here to your bio and add any information you choose about me. You can put any information as far as what you have taught, your degrees, things like that, anything you want to do there. Current teaching position, you can put up there, as well as anything else, more information, anything very similar to what you might find on other social media sites. So I encourage you to add what you feel like you need to there, and you can always come back and add more as you do that. So definitely check out your profile, but the profile is where you're going to be able to change an email address, username possibly, as well as your password. So as a registered member, I have the power to share content, and it couldn't be more simple. So you're going to simply click on the green Share Content button, and when you do that, it's going to bring you to a screen that's going to walk you through exactly what to do. So I'm going to take you through a sample lesson. So let's say I have a lesson that I want to post to the community, and let's say it's on Newton's 3 laws. So I'm going to call this Newton's life and the 3 laws, something like that. So down here in the summary, this is where you can really get into adding information about this lesson. And this is really beneficial because this allows people to get a synopsis, if you will, of what this lesson is about before we take the time to actually download it. So I encourage you to add as much information here as you possibly can as far as what's involved. Are there interactive activities? Are there assessments built in? Does it use any flash animations? Do you tie in MimioVote or the Mimio mobile abilities to use Collaborate and things like that? So as much information there as possible. Definitely, I mean, a short description is not as beneficial as having more information. So once you have that set, you can then come down here to the subject and code what subjects that fit into. So if this is on Newton's laws, I would scroll down to science. I would click on the main science category. Now I can hold on my keyboard the control key down and choose multiple subject levels that I think this would apply to, or I can choose all of them if I want. But it benefits people by you being able to focus in on which topics. So science and Newton's laws, I could probably fit that into maybe astronomy, depends on what my lesson is involved, physics definitely. So I can hold down my control key and randomly select different ones, or I can just select multiple ones as I go down the list here, whatever you choose to do. Just as important, we need the grade levels. You'll notice that these have to be selected. They're asterisks, so you have to select these. So if this was maybe designed for high school level kids, it might span into the 7th, 8th grade ranges. So I could click 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, possibly. Again, holding down my control key, I can do those. Very, very important, I think, is being able to put those keywords in. So the keywords are what's going to allow other members of the community to find this lesson. So you want to really think outside the box. What are some keywords that you would search for to find this? So obviously, I could put Newton's back in here. I could put, maybe it's about gravity. I could put law in there. I could put physics. I could put maybe force and motion. I could do a lot of different things. You can put a whole bunch of keywords in there. So definitely consider all the things, depending on what your lesson is, that would be findable once people search. So when you're done with that, we then have to attach our file. So we're going to click down here under Browse. You're going to browse your computer for your file. I'm going to find a sample file. It's not necessarily a Mimio. It's not going to be one that I'm going to load, but I'll pretend this is the one. So I'm going to load this file here. I click on it, and then once I've added it, I click Attach. And then you're going to see a status bar down here that's going to show that will move through the process. So as that continues to load, I'll finish off here. If you are in any particular groups, you can also choose to have this loaded to one of those groups automatically. Otherwise, if you're not part of any group, you won't see that at all. And then lastly, when you're all done and you're happy with it, we even give you guides on sharing content. Definitely look there. When you're happy with everything, then you can click the Submit button. And when you click Submit, you are now going to be posted live on the site. So this lesson, although I don't want it to be on the site, is going to be live. And I'll show you how you can go back and change it and even remove it. So it's now submitted. It's working. You can see my browser up there is working. So we'll let it do its magic there. And as soon as I do that, if I click on MimioConnect to go back to the main page, you're going to see that, first of all, it is not under the science. And the reason that is and you just saw the screen if I click back on here, every lesson that you submit goes into our moderation queue. So we have a team of teachers that for every lesson that's submitted, we review to make sure that people aren't spamming the site and that it's appropriate, and that it's good for the community as far as not being something that's going to be negative. So once your lesson has been queued and approved, it will then be posted on the site. So you'll see my screen here is pink, which means it's under a moderation queue. But you can come in here and see what that lesson listing is going to look like. So you can see the number of the first 5 screens of your lesson. You're going to see that the grade levels I've posted it on. I can download it here. So all that information is right there. Now, as a person that has already loaded a lesson, how do you go back in and change that? So let me show you that here in just a second. So let me go back to my profile. So what I want to show you here is once you've added a lesson, let's say you want to change it, you want to update it, or you want to remove it off of the site. So here's what you would do. To get to lessons that you have already added and you want to change those are all going to be added to your profile. So click on View Profile. And when you get to your View Profile, you're going to see a little indicator that says Lesson Plans and Activities. You'll also see anything you favorited, any comments that you've added to anybody else's lessons will show up there. And you can also click on Downloads to see what other lessons you've downloaded since you've become a member. But in this case, I want to click on Lesson Plans and Activities. And this is going to take me to my lesson plans and activities. So I've loaded just this one lesson. So I can actually click into it, and I get back into the same screen that I just saw. Now, since I am the owner of this lesson, I have a special tab here, and it says Edit. So if you want to change anything in this lesson after the fact, or if you want to remove it, which is what I'm going to do, we can click on Edit. So if I click on Edit, you're going to see that very familiar lesson screen. So I can come back in here, change anything that I want, change anything in this lesson entry. Maybe I want to add more subjects or other grade levels. Maybe I want to add another lesson to this. Maybe there's a supplementary lesson that I can add. So I can certainly do that. You can add a number of lessons to one lesson entry. But when you're happy with everything, you can update it. That will again be put on that page, and once it's been approved, it will be available for everybody to search for and to download. But in this case, I want to delete it. So let's say you've added a lesson and now you want to remove it. So within the editing page, which I'm on, at the very bottom I could say delete, which I'm going to do. And it's going to, once I press that, it's going to ask me, are you sure, do you want to do this? And I'm going to say delete. And so as soon as I press that second delete button, it's like it never existed. And so definitely you have the power to go back and edit anything that you post as a creator of that lesson and make it whatever you want it to be. So with that said, we've gone through a tour of MimioConnect. I've showed you how you can search the various mechanisms on MimioConnect, various ways, how to upload and share your content, as well as how to download resources that you can benefit from. So I encourage you to become active in the community. Definitely take from the community, but also, if you can, give back valuable content that you find has been useful for you. So again, as soon as that lesson that I would have just uploaded would have been approved, it would show up under the science category, and it would be right there. So as we wrap up this session, I definitely encourage you to create an account if you haven't yet. Once you've created an account, make sure you modify your profile to fit your needs. You can change your password at any time, put any information in there. Again, your profile will allow you to be grouped into other common people that you can work with, that you might find lessons that are similar to your subject level, your grade level that you do. So I encourage you to fill out your profile as much as you feel comfortable doing. Go out there and just jump in. Find lessons that you can download to make your own for your classroom. Definitely share a lesson. Make it a goal to share a lesson within the first month that you become a member. That no matter what the quality of it is, share, because we can always learn from others. There's always things you can learn from others and take and give back. Definitely, if you find an interest in it, utilize the groups, the forums, and the Ask a Master definitely to benefit your experience on MimioConnect. And of course, we have a range of other quick learn sessions, both on demand, like this one is, or live, that you can find out more about all things Mimio. So we do have a range of training products, such as our reference guides that we saw earlier, the video tutorials, which are 3 to 7 minutes usually in length, that you can download on just about any particular topic, Mimio related. you're watching one of the many Quick Learn recordings that we have, but we do have live Quick Learn sessions, which I always encourage educators to look at because it gives you a chance to work with a Mimio teacher that's an expert using the products in their classroom every single day. We offer these sessions usually every night, during the week, and even some weekends on Saturdays, and you have the ability to ask questions and really benefit from that experience. So I would check that out. Again, you can check out anything related to Quick Learn at mimio.com/QuickLearn, which I'm putting in the chat window. MimioConnect, we've gone through all that, so you should be a pro at that, I'm hoping. We also have a range of other classroom products from all of our teaching products and apps, but also the Mimio Studio software, so I definitely encourage you to check more of that out. And then with that said, I'd like to say thank you for spending part of your time with me in this on-demand recording. I'm going to copy and paste an assessment link in the chat window. That link will give you an opportunity to earn a 1 hour of professional credits. You can take a 15-question assessment as many times as you need to, and upon passing that, you'll receive an automated email that will give you an opportunity to save and print a certificate that you can use. So I encourage you to check that out if you choose, and to also check out our other training options, but also get interactive with us on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and also Twitter. So I hope to see you back, and thanks for joining me.